Tweet puesto y comenzamos a grabar, familia. Muy buenas a todos, familia. Soy y bienvenidos a un nuevo vídeo de Genshin Impact. Estamos a punto de que comience el stream, la previa de la 4.2. Como he dicho hace un momento, el stream para mí más importante del año. Se viene Furina, se viene el Arconte de Fontaine, se viene el sorteo de Arcontes el día 11 de noviembre. Tenéis el vídeo subido. Llevamos 9 furinas ya que vamos a sortear y sortearemos más. ¡Que comience el condumio!
Though it appears that you've managed to win over part of the crowd, some of your testimony doesn't add up. You can be rest assured that I, Furina, the god of justice,
La
will
diosa
get
de la
to the
justicia.
bottom of this matter. No detail shall escape me. Yes, that sounds perfect. A god must be firm. A god must not allow any detail to slip through the cracks. My dear citizens, just as the will of a god remains opaque to the understanding of mere mortals, so too is truth unmoved by even the strongest of wills. I will now speak to the defendant.
De momento sigue en modo Pepo Clown, ¿eh?
Of truth, justice, and divinity, that you are compelled to provide an accurate account of your actions.
La música esta, tú.
Hey, that's not bad. Now what's next? It's so hard to predict how people are going to react. What should I say during the trials?
No sé, mi madre.
Lady Furina, what are you doing?
Monsieur Neuvillet!
As the god of justice, it is only expected that I should remain informed of every trial and make the necessary preparations. Is there something that you needed? If you wish to seek an audience with me, then please
Ha puesto cara de Carmen.
in advance.
Cara de Kids Day ha puesto, ¿eh? ¿Lo habéis visto?
According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique de Nalise Cardinal,
¡Está llorando!
the Hydro Archon to be
¡Ostras!
punished via the death sentence.
Se viene, se viene, se viene. Vale, nuevo mapa. Nuevo mapa. ¿Qué es eso?
Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't
La
get the
torre,
chance to escape.
que se
As
veía,
water
¿eh?
levels rose, they suddenly disappeared.
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful?
What's done is done.
What?
Just trust me, your Archon. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or
¡Ojo!
not.
¡Ojo, qué clasista!, ¿no? ¿Cómo lucha?
The show begins. Shower me with praise.
¡Ojo! ¡Saca Pokémons!
Echoing song.
¡Quería ver más! Quería ver más, tío.
Say cheese.
Es Najida, crío. La Charlotte.
Breaking news.
I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same.
¡Ojo, el
There's
canon!
something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
Se cae al agua chunga, no creo, ¿no, Navia?
Prophecy. Yes. What has been prophesied will be fulfilled.
La profecía, gente.
Furina.
¡Ostras!
We'll use this trial to show the world the true
Elementales, chungos.
justice.
This judgment is fair and just.
Se está liando, ¿eh?
You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to me.
Buah, hay mucho mapa guapo, ¿eh?
And why should we acknowledge it?
Se está liando en Fontaine, ¿eh?
You deceive us.
La música.
Blood and rejoice.
La música es rollo fatulle.
The trial of the Hydro Archon. The
¿Cómo?
war will now
This trial is...
¿Cómo?
I now understand the true purpose behind this position.
¡Ostras!
You are...
¡La ballena! ¡Soy yo, gente! ¡Me hice canon! ¿Ese era el Tartas?
Papa, what should I do?
Tú que estás rompiendo el mundo. Ballena multiverso. Ostras, qué guapo, loco. ¡Eh!
I suppose this would also be the justice that belongs to you.
Esta es la Skirk, loco.
Eventually end in
La maestra del tortas. ¡Hostias!
Trial. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Nada, Cine. Cine, loco. Guapísimo el tráiler, Guapísimo el tráiler, ¡Oh! ¡Dios! Orgasmic, Vale, vamos con el código, gente. Vamos con el código. No tengo ni el Genshin abierto. Lo voy a hacer desde la página, que también se puede. Desde la página de... Buah, estoy nervioso, Estoy ¡Qué guapo, Os he dicho que era la mejor versión de todo el año, cabrón. No me hicisteis caso. Me tengo que loguear en la página. Vale, ese codiguito, pa. Esas 100 protos que vengan a casa. Fácil. Mirar cómo farmeo. Vale, código pillado. Dejaré los códigos abajo en la descripción, gente, como siempre. La que pega más. ¿Qué hace aquí? Pues eso, gente. Tenéis esta página, o si no lo podéis hacer dentro del juego, canjear código, ¿vale? O si no, lo podéis hacer...
Okay, why don't you introduce yourselves? All right, yeah, sounds good. I'll start. Hey everyone, I'm Amberly Connors, the voice of Farina, and I am super excited to be on this special program today. Travelers already met the
Soy la voz de Furina y
Fontaine. And as the story continues, how will this special god avert the crisis foretold in the prophecy? Yeah, I hope everyone's excited to see what happens next.
I mean, I sure am. I'm at the edge of my seat.
What?
My name is Ray Chase, and I'm the voice of Neuvillette, the dragon sovereign of water and Eudex of Fontaine. I'm sure many of you already consider Neuvillette a very trustworthy partner. And
¿Se va a reír como el Neuvillette en la línea esa del nivel 6 de amistad?
Yes, for sure. Totally.
Va a hacer un QW, por favor,
So, next,
Por favor.
Let's dive into the major content that we have coming in version
A ver.
4.2. In the intro, Farina said we need to make an appointment with Surintendant Cheval Moran. So, you know, she's really busy as Fontaine's Archon.
Vale. Está en modo Paimon. Está explicándonos lo que hemos visto en el tráiler, ¿vale? A mí lo que me raya es esta imagen. Fijaros que salen 4 Furinas. Me está rayando esto mucho, Escúchame, Furina al final es Voldemort y estos son Horcrux o algo así, Me estoy rayando, con esto. Y Skirk, tremenda waifu, Es como Jingliu, loco.
Oh! Looks like Ray called it.
¿Agua?
Wow. Yeah. There is nothing more important to Farina than attending trials at the Opera House. But this trial is a little different from the usual.
¿Te dan una piedra de estas o qué?
Interesting.
I know.
Capítulo 4.
Masquerade
of the Guilty.
What's happening? Yeah, some
Acto 5.
Spotlights and it's like a curtain. Seems like, you know, maybe also Neuvillette is keeping an eye on things from behind the scenes, maybe? Very serious.
He's always keeping an eye on stuff and always just a little bit disappointed.
Fair. Okay, in version 4.2, travelers will get to experience Act 5 of the Fontaine Archon quest, Masquerade of the Guilty. We'll team up with Fontainian friends to delve deeper into the hurricane of events and face the impending destruction foretold by the prophecy. Travelers will gradually unveil new facts behind this.
Tenemos que parar la destrucción de Fontaine, gente.
Lurking in the swirling depths.
Momento de juntarnos con los Avengers de Fontaine.
Swirling depths.
Con Navia, con Clorinde, con Linné, con Neuvillette.
So, you know, the prophecy in Fontaine is on the brink of coming true. And this is possibly the greatest crisis we've faced in our journey through Teyvat.
Definitely. In version 4.1, we learned about this precarious situation involving the rising primordial seawater. Neuvillette barely arrived in time to hold back the seawater from engulfing the fortress of Meripede, but still, the water has reached Poisson.
Luckily, the crisis was averted by
Se estaba
Navia's leadership
cayendo.
of the Spina de
Se estaba cayendo Navia, ¿no? El agua primordial. ¡Ojo, que viene hasta Arlequino!
provided by the Knave either.
¡Están todas!
Whatever her end goal may be, it seems
Full
like she
waifus,
sincerely wants to save Fontaine
Arlequino,
from the
Navia,
toxin.
seguro que sale
But
Clorinde.
There's only so
La
much that we
Skirk,
can say.
probablemente, ¿no?
Travelers will have to go and play through the version themselves to discover the clues,
Me gusta esta
adventures, and stories to come.
Yes, exactly. So be sure to play through, uncover hidden truths, and witness this epic chapter of Fontaine's history for yourself.
Tiene que estar épico, tiene que estar épico. Tiene que ser, vamos.
Sounds good.
So
Yep.
right?
Hey, question. Have we forgotten a pretty important character who's been missing from the Fortress of Meripede?
Oh, yeah.
¿El Tartaglia?
You mean
Ah, no, el
Child.
Griothsley.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Child.
Child.
Tartaglia. Pensaba que hablaba del Griothsley.
I guess we'll just have to live with the suspense for a little.
Me ha parecido ver al Tartaglia transformado con el engaño, ¿no? Con el Electro, ¿eh?
It is what it is. But we saw Child appear at the end of the last version's Archon quest, so it probably won't be long until we see him again.
Viene potenciado, ¿no?
But we really need to talk about Farina.
Al final tenía razón el
She's
dodo, ¿eh?
confronted with a because she's confronted with a crisis that's tough for even one of the great elemental dragons. Of course, Fontaine will have the Traveler's help, but what choices will our Hydro Archon make in the face of the crisis?
Well, just like the prophecy itself, all will be revealed at the fated time. But knowing Farina, perhaps she'll have made some preparations.
Once again, disappointed.
Oh,
yeah.
No way.
Come on, guys, have some faith.
Okay, to bolster everyone's confidence in Farina, let's learn a little more about this one-of-a-kind Archon.
Vale, momento Furrina.
Why are you just standing
Ojo.
there with your mouth gaping?
Qué bonito, ¿no?
You must be stunned and at a loss for words. Understandable. It is I, after all.
Vale, gente.
Fontaine's most beloved star.
Así será Furina, de rapidez, ¿eh?
I'm
Vamos
on
a
very tight
vamos a
schedule,
chequear.
So you're lucky to even get an appointment with me.
Oh my gosh, I love her outfit.
Yes. Oh, and in her eyes.
¿Habéis visto los ataques básicos de Furina, gente? Se parece a los ataques de Dory. ¿Sabes eso que se pone a girar encima de una burbuja? Se parece al ataque de Dory, ¿eh? ¿Sí o no?
Okay, you know what? It seems as if she's always dressed like she's about to attend a performance. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Eso sí,
that's
el estilo de
Fontaine.
lucha era muy clasista, ¿eh?
And speaking of drip, let's take a look at her combat abilities.
Yay!
Being too popular can be such
Se
a...
pone encima de una burbuja, ¿eh?
Who knew the people would adore me so much?
¿Cómo mola? ¿Ves? Es como Dory. Ojo, y saluda, ¿eh? Es como el Jin del LoL. Ojo, los Pokémon.
Let the world come alive!
Ostras, qué guay. Vamos a ver qué
Whoa,
hace. Vamos a ver qué
that's so
hace.
cool.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Qué guay la
I
animación,
like
¿eh?
the way she kind of like
Sublime.
bows.
Very dramatic.
Yes.
Very much. It's like all of her moves are part of a performance.
Yes.
Totally. Also, look at her elemental burst. Her presence really fills the stage.
Charlotte
Everyone else is
saldrá
just an
luego.
extra.
Ha salido tomando
so
una foto, ¿no?
The
Pero...
creatures that Farina summons, they look a lot like the Fontamer aberrants that we've encountered before. There's a seahorse, a crab, an octopus, and they are all so cute.
Yep.
Un octopussy.
Me too. Oh my gosh, no, the octopus is even wearing a hat! What a distinguished little gentleman!
Correction here, Sarah. They're a bit different from Fontamer aberrants.
Okay.
I would know. To my knowledge, these creatures are Farina's, quote, honored guests. They even help manage her daily affairs.
Yes, exactly. So, Farina often invites guests to her tea party, which is known as the Salon Solitaire.
¿Cómo? Se invita a los bichos estos a la fiesta del té.
Guests of the salon
Es como... como también el Alicia en el País de las Maravillas, ¿no? Algo.
a name.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. So you've got the maid, Mademoiselle Craboletta. They're the best.
The crab, the one that's a crab, I assume.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. And then you've got the housekeeper, Sir Intendant Cheval Moran.
Ah, there he is.
And the conférencier, Gentilhomme Usher.
Oh.
Tiene visión. Es verdad, tiene visión. ¿Por qué tiene visión?
Okay.
¿Verdad?
So when Farina said to
Porque tiene visión.
with Sir Intendant
Es visión
Moran,
es visión mentira.
referring to?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I didn't know it was so cute.
Exactly.
Tiene acuafurros.
Few bubbles in her idol animation.
Oh, cómo mola. Están muy trabajadas y muy curradas las animaciones del personaje, ¿eh?
To know more
Flipas.
about the skills shown in that clip. So, Amber, why don't you take it away? Tell us everything.
Yes, you got
Pues sí
it.
que tiene aquí.
So, Farina is a hydro sword user.
Okay.
She usually
Vale,
defaults
bueno,
to
va
an
con
Usia
espada.
Arca alignment in
Es de
combat.
hidro.
When in this state, her elemental skill invites the 3 members of the Salon Solitaire, Mademoiselle Craboletta, Sir Intendant Cheval Moran, and Gentilhomme Usher to the stage.
Ah, y con sus ataques cargados cambia como de modo.
And, you know, these
Furina,
Salon
Current Arkel Alignment. Furina puede cambiar.
prioritizing the
Entre Neuma y Ousia, cambia.
Ooh.
Their damage increases the more characters there are in the party over a certain HP
Vale, con la
amount.
habilidad básica.
Okay, I was listening to all that, but at the very top, you said that she usually
Invoca los
defaults
bichos
to an Usia
estos.
Arca alignment. So
Y
she
cambia
has
entre
more-
Ousia y Neuma.
Yes, exactly. Farina's charged attack not only deals physical damage, but also allows her to switch between Usia and Numa.
Ah, con uno está curando.
Wow, based on what we
Con el
saw,
modo
seems like
Ousia
she's
curará o el Neuma curará y con el otro será para hacer full daño.
Yes, sure does. Farina's elemental skill changes depending on whether she is aligned with Usia or Numa.
That's cool.
It's super cool. After Farina uses her charged attack to switch to a Numa Arca alignment, her elemental skill summons the Singer of Many Waters to provide healing to nearby party members.
Oh, nice.
Yes. The summons created by Farina's element
Vamos, o la usas a daño o la usas healer, ¿no?
period of time even after Farina is switched out. Farina's elemental burst deals damage to surrounding opponents. And when the party member's HP increases or decreases, Farina will accumulate fanfare point. That's my trumpet.
Amazing.
So Farina increases the damage and the incoming healing bonus of nearby party members based on
Vale.
the amount of fanfare she has.
Wow, it seems
Vale,
like
vale. Cuando tira la ulti, si los aliados se curan o pierden vida, las dos cosas, parece que va dando stacks, ¿no? Y esos stacks aumentan el daño o la curación de los bichos estos, ¿no?
And due to her knowledge of Deepwater Aberrants, Farina's passive talent can decrease the cooldown on abilities gained from the Xenochromatic Fontamer Aberrants.
Ah, mira, baja el CD de las habilidades de los bichos bajo el agua, pay to win. Combate pay to win debajo del agua.
Always the secrets lurking in the depths.
Oh, and I almost forgot. Whenever one of Farina's summons is on the field, Farina gains the ability to walk on water.
¡Ostras!
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
that is so cool.
Yes.
Hey, I actually saw that Farina's
¿Cómo?
outfit changed.
¿Pero eso es infinito o mientras duran los bichos invocados?
Yeah, good eye. You're correct.
Thank
It does change. But, you know, such is the charm of a celebrity, I suppose.
No me jodas, ¿eh?
So, if you want to learn more about Farina, then be sure to accompany her on her story quest, the Animula.
Ese es el Mesías.
Ah, amazing. Okay, so next up we have another old friend to introduce. She's
Misión
now able to
legendaria
join
de
the
Furina.
traveler's party with her trusty companion, Monsieur Verite. That's right. It's Charlotte. Yay!
Adorable.
So cute.
Llega Charlotte, que parece que hace criofotos,
In
¿no?
the Summoner Summit event, which took them on an adventure all over Teyvat.
Najida Crio.
Right.
Vamos a ver si hace daño, si es support, si es
Uncover the
healer,
truth.
si es...
Really leave
Yo qué
an
sé.
impression, don't they?
Yeah.
That's right.
What?
During our journey in Fontaine, didn't she treat the traveler to a magnificent meal?
Ah, que
in
puedes
order-
utilizar su habilidad para hacer fotos. Nada de
Though
locos.
she didn't end up getting the interview that she wanted in the end, huh? But I don't think that will deter her. She'll always be in search of the truth. The world is her treasure chest, and only her camera can determine its contents and the truths they contain. Speaking of her camera, Monsieur Verite just so happens to be her greatest assistant and companion. They're friends. Charlotte's talent for photography is truly a marvel. No matter the subject or setting, her photos somehow always capture an unparalleled sense of artistry. The peerless Monsieur Verite turns her photos into eye-catching mementos. In fact, many Fontainians even cut the prints out of the newspaper and keep them as clippings.
Oh, that's so cool. And Monsieur Verite is so cute, even has its own little hat and tie.
¿Tú qué le pasa al chat de YouTube, hermano? Mira el chat de YouTube.
Both of those items from
Se le ha ido la
Fiori.
pinza al chat de
She
YouTube.
even
Ahora sí, vale, ahora sí, ahora sí, ahora sí.
commissioned accessories in
Ahora sí.
several different styles to match different interview settings. Isn't that cute?
Wow, that is pretty thoughtful. I suppose that just shows
Se
how much
había vuelto
Charlotte
loco.
cherishes her own Monsieur Verite.
Yes, it really does. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at Charlotte's character showcase, shall we?
Vale, showcase, va, lo que me interesa.
If you keep your eyes peeled and your mind engaged, you'll find there's always a new story nearby just waiting to be discovered.
O sea, es como una gira, crío, ¿no?
Say cheese! Breaking news!
O sea, hace fotos de ataques cargados también. O sea, ataques cargados de fotos.
Wow,
o sea,
amazing.
what?
Yeah, she's really like moving around.
Me van a tener que explicar,
Yes!
No he entendido
Honestly,
mucho.
it's just what you'd expect of a reporter for the Steambird. Even her combat skills involve taking photos. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, and
Makes
then, like,
sense.
what a lively character. Her combat moves, like I was saying, she's moving around. They're super dynamic. It seems like
Yes.
she's always on the move.
Who's on the march? Exactly. Charlotte is an expert at applying the skills and talents that she's developed as a reporter to other areas of her life, and that includes combat. With her trusty companion, Monsieur Verite, she captures enemies from all angles, unleashing attacks.
¿Pero
while
estos son sus
discovering and exposing
básicos?
their
¿Estos son sus básicos,
Honestly,
hermano?
I would expect nothing
Te hace la
less
del
from one of
paparazzi,
Fontaine's
¿no?
most famous reporters.
Sus
Who knew
básicos
cameras
son
could do
fotos.
that, though? I didn't know you could use them as a weapon.
Eh,
More you know,
Está
I
guapo.
guess.
Está guapo, ¿eh?
Okay, here's some cool
Está
stuff.
guapo, ¿eh?
Charlotte's elemental skill applies snappy silhouette to opponents caught within the viewfinder of her camera. During this effect's duration, marked opponents will intermittently take damage. Holding Charlotte's elemental skill strengthens these effects and applies focused impression to
¿Van
opponents
haciendo
instead.
daño en el,
Now,
¿hace
her
daño en el
elemental
tiempo?
burst creates a news flash field that continuously restores HP to party members within its range.
Ah, es
Monsieur
healer.
Verite, he's also going to join in and
Hostia, parece
intermittently
que aplica
attack opponents
bastante
during the
crío.
duration of the ability. As an experienced reporter,
Parece que
Charlotte
aplica bastante crío, ¿no?
adapting her methods to
Power
match
Grip a Diona, gente.
When
A
paired
tomar
with
por culo,
Fontaine
Diona.
characters, Charlotte receives a healing bonus. When paired with non-Fontaine characters, she receives a cryo damage bonus. Now, that is not all. There is more. During the 4.2 special event, travelers can complete a quest to
Pero
receive-
escúchame, ¿es catalizador? Los básicos todo el rato eran de crío, ¿no?
Charlotte activates the
Es catalizador, ¿no?
trigger her passive talent called First Person Shutter.
Oh my gosh, that's
When you
amazing.
hold her elemental skill, the gadget will cause you to enter photo mode instead.
Ah, mira.
That is
Pues sí que puedes utilizar el foto mode, o sea, el modo foto del Genshin con el personaje. Vale, oye, está curioso, ¿no?
Oh yeah.
We are going to
guay.
provide more information about the zoom lens and how to use it during the event overview portion.
Parece que aplica bastante
Farina
crío, ¿eh?
and Charlotte will both be featured
Banners.
in version 4.2 event
Baizu
wishes.
Furina.
In the first half
O sea
of
que si
version
tiro por el arma de
4.2,
Furina me sale
we'll
la de
have
Baizu.
event wishes
Vale.
showcasing
Bueno
Farina
saberlo.
and Baiju. During
Charlotte
this time,
viene
Charlotte
con
will also
Furina.
receive a huge drop rate boost.
Vale, bien.
Huge boost.
Charlotte viene con Furina.
A
Bien.
new 5-star sword, Splendor of Tranquil Waters, will
Bueno,
be featured.
pues si me sale el arma de Baizu, pues para Baizu. Es lo que hay, ¿eh? El arma de Furina la quiero sí o sí. Además es.
And
O
in
sea.
the second half of version
¡Hostias!
4.2, we'll have
Cino y Ayato.
Cino and Ayato.
Okay, let's take a look at what other information we can learn from Farina's itinerary. It looks
Para mí
like
es bastante
she's
skip, ¿eh?
investigating something.
Para mí es bastante
Oh,
skip,
there's even
¿eh?
a report attached.
Tell us what it says.
Tengo todo lo que
Okay,
quiero ya
well,
de Cino y
it
Ayato.
says, Strange
¡Ojo!
rumblings have been heard in the depths of
¡Mi banner!
One
Ah, no, es el boss. Vale, perdón.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, It's here already?
¡Hostias, qué guapo el escenario!
Oh.
Well, well, well. It looks like it's in a sea of pink and blue
¡Hostias!
stars.
Oh, I remember this whale.
¡Epicardo, papá!
Yeah. Isn't this the whale that the travelers saw in Child's vision?
Nah,
at the
guapísimo,
end of the version 4.1 Archon
Suerte que no me
Pass?
liqué, ¿eh?
Yeah.
Qué bonito verlo así,
Same
tío.
one.
Qué bonito.
After
Qué bonito.
ravaging its way through the primordial sea, this otherworldly creature has at long last broken the seal and descended upon Fontaine.
Ooh,
dear.
it's real.
Qué guapo, ¿eh?
big,
Y la
big.
música
It feels like
La música tiene que ser epicarda también, ¿eh?
Oh, I hope not. I get this feeling that this isn't the type of opponent that we can just brute force our way through, you know?
Mecánica de pizzas como en el Lost Ark.
In the first phase, it will use its gigantic size to target the traveler with massive
¿Y el
alien
equipo este que lleva?
directions.
¿De Bloom con Najida, Furina y Neuvillet y Baizu? Bueno.
Okay. So
Le falta
there
Nilo.
also seems to be sort of a progress bar next to the boss's HP bar.
yeah.
What's that for?
Okay, since we can't outfight it, we'll have to outsmart it instead. The creature just freed itself from captivity and is brimming with anger. So if you can find a way to capitalize on that anger,
Hostias,
perhaps
¿se tiene que
you'll
romper
also
con
find its
Ousia o
weaknesses.
Neuma? ¿O me lo acaba de parecer a mí?
Okay, wait, is somebody being eaten? Is it
What?
is it even possible to survive something like that?
¡Hostias, qué guapo!
I guess here it is.
Ooh,
This is an entirely different space, it looks like. And there's a new
What?
enemy here
¿Y
with
este?
a massive sword.
Mhm.
Oh,
¿Y
these
este
summon
quién coño
creatures also
es?
look vaguely familiar to me.
I wonder what the deal is with all of this.
¿Quién coño es este,
Perhaps
tío?
defeating
Parece
this
sacado...
mysterious
Parece
enemy
puto
within
Sephiroth,
space
cabrón.
will be the key to defeating the whale. Travelers
¿Es el
will need to
Tartas?
experiment for themselves.
ooh, yeah.
¿Es el
All
Tartas?
truths will be revealed in version 4.2.
Well
¿O va a
said.
ser el Tartas, cabrón?
Oh man, this boss looks really tough. What happens if we, for some reason, can't defeat
Ah,
it?
guapísimo,
Okay.
cabrón.
This
Guapísimo, ¿eh?
update actually helps with
Se
that
murió.
problem. Starting from
Challenge
4.2,
failed.
an option will appear on the challenge failed screen to lower the difficulty of the boss if travelers
¡Hostias!
are struggling to defeat them during a main
Venga, quítale más dificultad,
Hopefully
bro.
this provides a smoother gaming experience for travelers
No sea
to
que
enjoy.
tengas que mover un dedo, ¿eh?
I love that. Now we don't need to worry about getting stuck while trying to advance.
Baja la
the
dificultad,
story.
bro.
Totally.
Que se estresa la gente jugando al Genshin.
Information, wasn't it? Can we take a short little break while we have a look at the second redemption code, maybe?
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
let's do it.
Segundo código. Vámonos allá. Oh, qué bonito. Es la imagen esta del stream, ¿eh? A ver si sacan un fondo de pantalla de esto, tío. De estos que son en movimiento, como los que tengo yo. Me molaría bastante, la verdad. A ver, gente, ese código, esas 100 protos. Hostia, pues me mola mucho el boss, ¿eh? Lo he flipado, ¿eh? No sé. Creo que es lo que más me ha impresionado de lo que llevamos, excepto el tráiler, ¿no? El tráiler es God, ¿eh? O sea, el tráiler es God. Pero esta parte de todo lo que llevamos me ha impresionado mucho, ¿eh? Obviamente Furina me gusta mucho como personaje, ¿eh? Pero sorpresa, para mí ha sido esto de la ballena, ¿eh? He flipado el mapa como es y las animaciones y todo. Se ve muy loco, ¿eh? Se ve muy loco, ¿eh? Se vienen eventos. Vamos a ver qué eventos nos ponen. También nos tienen que enseñar el nuevo mapa, ¿no? Ok.
Hello, travelers. Welcome back to the version 4.2 special program.
Hello!
Hello.
Hello.
Hey! So, we've introduced new characters, new plot lines, and a new boss. But I hope you're still eager for new content, travelers, because there's still more to come. Let's take a look at what other information we can learn from Furina's itinerary. Okay.
Furina's
Aside
itinerary?
from investigating crises, it seems like our Hydro Archon also goes on occasional excursions throughout Fontaine. Who knew she did all this work behind
Vale,
the
la
scenes?
nueva área.
I certainly do.
Showcase. Furina se va de excursión por aquí, ¿se ve? Así que vamos a buscarla, a la torre.
Tea parties.
Oh.
Farina and excuses. Typical. Hey, it seems like the places Farina has chosen to visit this time.
Tiene pinta de ser
feature some
evento. No,
peculiar
es un
legends.
showcase de la nueva área solo.
Oh, yeah. It looks like Farina is in
Hostia, el viento,
forest on the east side of Fontaine.
Mm.
And that's right
guapo esto.
behind the Opera House.
Un árbol de agua
What a
ahí
cool
lloviendo.
place.
Sí, sí.
Although, it
Muy
does
guapa la
sound
zona,
like
¿eh?
it'd be hiding
Muy
some
guapa, la zona.
secrets.
Definitely wouldn't be a video game if there weren't secrets.
Oh,
Things
yeah.
are definitely not what they seem here. For example, strange things have been happening with the water veins around Loch Urania. As you can see, a strong windstorm has gathered around the
¿Está aquí la
vortex
Furina
rising from the
caminando?
middle of the lake. It's almost like it's
Sí.
preventing certain things from getting closer and forcibly pushing other things away. And take a look at this, the foggy forest path.
That fog is really thick.
Yeah.
That's why they call it the foggy forest path. And what about this area? The weeping willow of the lake.
Ooh, it looks
Sorry, pasó de Gref por la carretera.
And the water doesn't look quite right. Like it's cloudy or something. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Exactly. It seems like Verena also realized something was off. It looks like she headed underwater to investigate, and what did she find? A number of contaminated bacterial mats.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of, there are always new things to discover beneath Fontaine's waters. In this update, we'll
What?
encounter a new type of Fontamer aberrant, the
¿Y este
xenochromatic
ataque?
ball octopus.
Ooh.
Travelers can borrow its abilities to cleanse away the contamination clots and contamination
ataque?
pores from the bacterial mats. Pretty cool. In addition, with the help of a special
Nuevos
device,
puzzles,
travelers
mini
will be able to
puzzles,
use
está
this
bien.
creature's abilities on the surface as well. They
Ah,
may be
podemos
the key to
utilizar-
solving certain puzzles,
Podemos
or
utilizar
perhaps
las
empowering
habilidades de
certain
las criaturas del debajo del mar encima del mar también, para hacer puzzles y cosas.
Arrhenius
Está guay.
Forest region. Be sure to check out the version 4.2 world quest called The Wild Fairy of Arrhenius. I'll give you a hint.
Aranís.
Melusines
No
are
serán aranaras, ¿no?
involved.
¡Ojo!
Melusines?
Vuelven las melusinas, gente.
Then it would
Ganaron los furros una vez más.
that you won't want to skip.
To the south of Arrhenius Forest, you'll find the Mort region. There, a singular tower stands tall above an island in the middle of the sea. Perhaps it's also guarding some unspeakable secrets.
Ooh. Actually, it looks like that's the very next stop on Farina's itinerary. So let's go check it out. Okay, I bet a bunch of travelers noticed this tower since they've arrived in Fontaine. I'm so excited that we finally get to...
No sé vosotros, pero de momento es probablemente el mejor mapa, ¿no? Hasta ahora de Fontaine.
Tower is the focus of a quest series
O
called
sea, por lo menos mejor que el de la 4.1, seguro, ¿no? Lo veo como con más cosas, más cargado de cosas diferentes, puzzles diferentes, zonas totalmente diferentes, con cosas únicas. ¿Sabes?
Oh,
Lo veo bastante más
amazing!
guapo, la verdad.
Okay, it would feel great to finally demystify all the secrets churning under the seemingly calm waters.
Yes, I want answers.
O sea, la 4.1 es el fuerte merópide y los cubos volando, ¿no? Solo, a lo otro es normal.
To do with the primordial sea. It seems like there's a very important and very ancient story behind it all.
That is very right. New stories are always unfolding in Fontaine, whether above water or below. And this is not limited to the two new regions in this update. The prophesied earthquake woke up new life forms in other places.
¡Hidrotulpa!
Destinies intersect.
Oh, destinies!
Destinies! In certain
La
underwater
versión hardcore
is waking up.
de Oceánida, ¿eh?
And more diverse powers of transformation
Un
while in
acuayolo.
combat. So don't let
Es
your
un elemental del WoW.
others-
Yes. And some places still seem to tell the stories of events long past, no matter
Hidrotula.
how long they've been abandoned. So in this update, travelers can also look forward to the climax of the Narcissan Croix adventure questline that was introduced over the last
Aquí ya estuvimos,
few
¿no?
versions. And there might even be an unexpected surprise waiting at the end.
What? A surprise! I can't wait to see what it is.
Hay que farmear
All
la
right,
hidrotula,
there's a
¿eh?
lot to discover in the new area.
¡Mira qué guapo!
But Farina's itinerary doesn't stop there.
Parece la
Oh,
película
wait,
Avatar,
it looks
¿eh?
like
Este
she's
mapa.
arranged to spend some time with her subjects.
Tenían hasta el árbol ese.
Farina is
Wow.
pretty personable. Who's to say? She might even make an appearance at the events taking place in Fontaine.
Speaking of, let's move on to the event portion.
Whoop, whoop. All right. The Fontaine Fishing Association has recently
Hostias.
posted a commission to investigate the route
Nos regalan,
near Arrhenius Island.
Ooh, another investigation.
I know.
nos regalan al
Oh,
Freminet,
and
gente.
He seems to be involved.
Freminet es la Dory de Fontaine, lo sabéis, ¿no? O sea, literal, ¿eh? Freminet
But
es la
it
Dory de
doesn't look
Fontaine.
like pear.
Y obviamente
Actually, it's
nos lo
named
regalan.
Spelksy. The name comes from a Fontanian fairy tale that describes a terrifying creature that lives underwater. Adults would use the story to keep children away from the shore. As the story goes, children who play by the water are food for Thelxie to devour.
Ooh, yeah, for real. Well, children
Pues
must
bueno,
be pretty afraid
a ver,
of
de
that
todos los
creature.
personajes que nos podían
I know,
regalar, la
right?
verdad...
It does seem
O sea,
a
me
little
faltan
unusual
dupes,
for Freminate to
No
give
tengo
this
todos los
little
dupes del
penguin a name like
Freminet,
that.
pero... Uf.
There must be some other
De momento
reason.
es el único personaje que está al 70 de mi cuenta. El resto están al 80 o más. O sea, casi todos están al 90 y algunos al 80. Bueno, pues Freminet está al 70. No te digo más.
Improvements to this little clockwork penguin. There will be a total of 3 main stages to the event. As for the first stage, we'll repair the penguin by fixing its circuits and reconnecting the motherboard. In return, the little guy will help us
What?
out on our journey.
Oh, I
Pretty
love that.
¡Hostias!
As our journey
¡Factorio!
progresses, we'll collect colorful shells,
Tenemos que conectar
items which can
aquí.
be used to outfit
No,
our
no, no.
little friend with weapons and equipment. Which brings us to the second stage of the event, using an echoing conch to search underwater and find the items that we need for the penguin.
Necesitamos ítems en el agua para el
You know,
pingüino.
What happens if we run into certain speed bumps on our adventure? You
Modo
know, like
gestión.
monsters, puzzles, and all
Bueno,
that
no me
jazz.
desagrada, ¿eh? O
Well,
sea,
it
quiero
seems
decir,
like the perfect opportunity for our little penguin buddy to shine.
sinceramente,
Exactly.
de los eventos que llevamos, en lo que llevamos de Fontaine, de momento por lo menos me está pareciendo bastante original, ¿eh?
Main and obtain any treasures that they may be guarding.
Lucha,
Of course,
¿vale?
the Clockwork
Obviamente.
Penguin will provide
¡Hostias!
different buffs in each battle to help travelers emerge victorious.
Whoa.
Now, as for
El
the story
pingüino
behind
buffer,
themselves,
¿eh?
travelers
El
will
mejor
just have to
support de
find out for
Genshin.
themselves.
Let's see. After helping the penguin, the next item on the itinerary is... Oh, the cute little fungi are back!
Cool.
Club Penguin.
Hania, a friend we met in Sumeru, has arrived in Fontaine
¿Cómo?
to promote Lil Fungi's Fantastic Fiesta.
Oh,
Fantastic
and
Fiesta.
Speaking of fun,
La que te va a dar
guys.
esta. Oye, ¿vuelven las setas Pokémon o no?
Go ahead. It's time to shine.
Yay! Travelers may notice some differences in this update's fungi event. Aside from taking place in Fontaine, the gameplay has also been optimized. Previously, we led the Lil Fungi in
¡Sí,
battle
han
against-
vuelto los Pokémon!
This time, we'll have the opportunity to
Ha vuelto el Flotiongo.
powerful monsters.
El Bombongo. Oye, dicen que han optimizado el gameplay. A ver qué tal esto, ¿eh?
And don't forget to use marvelous gels to instruct the little fungi to unleash powerful skills.
Yeah! Travelers will hopefully enjoy...
A mí me gusta este. Quizá a alguno no le gusta este evento y dice, no sé qué. Pero a mí me gusta este evento, ¿eh? O sea, para mí es un win de evento. Aunque sea reciclado, para mí es un win de evento.
To make the little fungi and some other events permanent so
El
travelers
Poco
can play
Pin.
at any time, the team feels that the current design doesn't adequately sustain long-term gameplay.
Sí, es rollo autochess, sí que es cierto. Solo eliges el target y la habilidad, ¿no? Pero sí, es rollo autochess.
Interesting content that is relevant to the overall game. Thanks, devs.
No está mal, no está mal.
Thanks!
All right. Okay, let's take a look at what else Farina's itinerary has in store.
¿Permanente?
Oh, it's the Graph Adversarial Technology Experiment
No creo,
Log. I'm more
O sea, sí que me ha parecido escuchar algo, pero no creo que sea permanente,
Let me
¿no?
at 'em.
No creo, vamos.
I wish I could, but it doesn't actually involve fighting. A researcher obsessed
Luego veremos el stream que sale en YouTube en inglés con subtítulos parando en cada parte, ¿vale? Porque yo también quiero ir comentando las cosas que me gustan y iremos parando, veremos si es permanente o no.
success. But her scholarly responsibility
Tiene pinta de fotos esto, ¿eh? Yo no digo nada.
samples that she needs.
I'm guessing this is where the traveler comes in.
Okay, you're not wrong.
Muchos eventos,
But
lo normal.
Colleen's request
Ni
is
uno
actually
más, ni
pretty
uno
reasonable.
menos.
To receive rewards, simply submit photographs of 5 different sample types that match the characteristic that's given on each day.
Sounds simple enough.
You can also exchange these samples with your friends. You might be
Vale.
able to find useful
Este evento estuvo, creo que la 1.3 de Genshin. El evento estaba nada más comenzar y podías enviar eso. Y creo que es un evento que es la tercera vez que lo ponen, juraría.
during Charlotte's character introduction.
Oh, how fun.
To use it, just equip the camera and activate the zoom lens in your inventory. The zoom lens can be attached to all cameras obtained
Sí.
in the game up to this point.
Tienes que ir haciendo fotos a cosas de diferentes colores, ¿no? Que te van dando estas chapas y las puedes intercambiar con tus amigos también, porque necesitas para las recompensas tener diferentes
Snap
y tal.
pics with zoom lens even while fighting. You can even use it in domains.
Double whoa. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. And I bet travelers will be able to
Qué
capture
guapo. Pero esto multijugador, ¿no?
mode too.
And even if you miss the chance to participate
No tengo
in the
amigos. Claro, es que...
event, travelers will still be able to obtain the zoom lens after the event ends. Sweet.
It seems like Farina has also learned of the existence
Misty
of a
Dungeon
domain
Realm of
shrouded in
Water.
mist.
¿Cómo?
Travelers who master the leyline features and put together
¿Cómo?
the strongest party will be able to
¿Cómo que
easily
domain?
beat their
¿Es una
Now,
dungeon?
less experienced travelers like myself don't need to worry either. Using trial characters and taking advantage
Un
of the buffs
dominio.
brought about by the leyline are
Vale,
also
bufos,
great ways
trial.
to come out on top.
That's right. And travelers
Bueno,
who
evento
are
de
more
combate.
confident in their combat skills can choose
Evento de
to jump
combate y parece que te dan un montón de personajes de prueba. Esto está bien. Sobre todo para los jugadores nuevos, esto está
Leyline
got.
overflow event will
Vale, por 2 en libros,
version 4.2.
normal.
Now might be the perfect time
El mismo
to
de
start building
Sumeru.
your
Vale,
party.
vale. El que pusieron de los triángulos, ya me
You're all
acuerdo. Ya me
excited
acuerdo,
for the
sí.
fabulous events
Ya
that
me
version
acuerdo.
4.2 has in store. But
Un poco baiteo el nombre, sí que es cierto, ¿eh? Sí que es cierto, un poco baiteo el nombre.
Oh,
I
let's get into them.
well, before we get into them, let's
What?
take a quick break to have a look at the
Overflow,
final
eh?
redemption code for today. See you in a bit.
Okay.
Último código, gente. Último código, papás. Pillen código, pongan código, ganen protogemas. Así de fácil, amigos. Así de fácil. ¿Habrá alguna sorpresita? Pregunta seria. Vale, ya tenemos todos los códigos. Algún moderador, si me hace el favor de pasármelo como ya con, ¿sabes? Con los emotes o lo que sea, o como el texto que he puesto yo antes y cambiando los códigos. Si no, lo copio yo y lo voy poniendo ya en Twitter.
Welcome back, travelers.
A ver.
Okay, I just took a look at Lady Farina's itinerary, and it seems we've actually reached the end.
I know.
Oh, oh,
So
oh,
we've
oh.
submitted our appointment request to Surintendant Cheval Moran. While we're waiting to hear back, let's see what system optimizations we have for the upcoming version. Let's
Sistema de
get into it.
optimización.
Okay. So first up is the quick challenge feature for weekly bosses. New players or
Bosses
players who prefer to
semanales.
spend their time exploring may have yet to unlock certain.
Vale, esto es muy bueno. Esto es muy bueno. Podrás acceder a bosses, aunque no hayas completado toda la historia. Te lo recomiendan completarlo, pero podrás hacerlo sin haberlo completado. Esto le sirve a mucha gente que quiere hacer el boss de Fontaine, por ejemplo, que va a salir ahora para farmear y no hacer la historia entera. Aunque no sé si funcionará ahora, ¿vale? Pero para la gente que, por ejemplo, tenía el boss de Sumeru y no querían hacer la misión legendaria de Najida, la segunda, pues viene bien, ¿sabes? O sea, quiero decir, es una mecánica que está bastante bien. Esto del TCG, a mí el TCG no me importa, no lo juego, pero para aquellos que jueguen, ponen animaciones rápidas y ya las partidas serán más rápidas y no perderás tanto tiempo, ¿vale? Con las animaciones de los dados. Entonces, esto para los que juegan TCG os digo que es oro puro,
Also be available.
¿vale?
Use them to show off your strongest deck or take inspiration from other travelers.
That's cool.
That's awesome. And, you know, since the number of card combinations just keeps increasing, the number of decks a player can save has been increased from 10 to 20.
Doubled.
Doubled! Double! And in addition, both the maximum number of starting slots and the number of slots unlocked at each player level upgrade have been increased from 2 to 4.
Doubled again.
Double!
Double
The
again.
Vale.
The developers have also made a number of optimizations to the Genius Invocation TCG interface.
Heated Battle Mode and the Forge Realms Temper Endless Swarm will also return in version 4.2.
Ooh, and in addition to the updates made to Genius Invocation TCG, returning travelers will enjoy ample login rewards and exploration guidance courtesy of the Genshin Impact Project team. May those returning to Devat have a happy reunion.
Aw, that's nice.
Yeah. Plus, a new story keep privilege has also been added so that returning travelers can enjoy new story quests and hangout events.
Esto es muy bueno, esto es muy bueno. Gente, podéis desbloquear la misión sin aceptar la misión para así tener las misiones desbloqueadas y seguir generando llaves. No se acepta automáticamente la misión, como pasaba antes, y luego te ibas a Catherine a entregar las diarias y te salía la misión legendaria y te tenía ahí media hora, ¿sabes? Y en plan, yo quiero jugar, ¿sabes? Así que muy bien, muy bien. La verdad, ninguna queja.
That's awesome. Okay, great. Oh, and it seems like that's all we have for the
Creo que ya
latest
acaba
version
aquí, gente.
update. I guess that means it's time for the
Creo que ya acaba
4.2
aquí,
special program to come to a close.
Oh,
I know.
Well, there's so much exciting stuff happening, and I know personally, aside from all the intrigue around the story,
Creo que ya acaba. No sé si hay alguna sorpresa, pero de momento creo que ya acaba. A ver, ha estado muy bien. Mis 10 deseos.
How can you not
Aquí no.
be? They
Aquí no.
keep on adding so
Aquí no,
much cool
amigos.
stuff to this game. For me, I love the idea of the
Aquí no,
combat
amigos.
camera. But for me and Monsieur Novelette, we are here for the melusines.
Well, this has been so much fun with both of you. I'm really grateful we could all be here today together. And honestly, I'm just really glad that we're going to get to see how all these mysteries unfold. And maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll have a nice ending in 4.2. We'll have to see. But that's it for the version 4.2 special program. Thank you so much,
Pues ya está,
everybody,
gente. Hasta
and
aquí
see you
llega
all
el
in
condumio.
Bye.
Hasta aquí llega el condumio. Os digo, tenemos que volver a ver cosas, ¿eh? Tenemos que volver a ver cosas. La versión como tal, yo destaco Furina. Luego, Charlotte. ¿Vale? Charlotte me ha sorprendido, sinceramente. Charlotte me ha sorprendido. O sea, no esperaba nada y me ha sorprendido. Muy bien. Furina me flipa. O sea, Furina me puto flipa, ¿vale? O sea, os lo digo en serio. Lo de Furina es locura. El stream de la versión, lo que viene siendo la parte, el stream este cortito que han puesto, gente, ¿sabéis lo que os digo? La parte esta del tráiler que dura 3-4 minutos de tráiler, así increíble. El boss lo he flipado. El boss lo he flipado. ¿Vale? El boss directamente lo he puto flipado. Lo de Skirk solo nos han puesto una foto. Yo asumo que es Skirk, ¿vale? Por cierto, luego he puesto por Twitter, he puesto por YouTube en comunidad. Tenéis los códigos aquí, os paso el tweet para que lo compartáis, para que todo el mundo pille los códigos, ¿de acuerdo? Si le dais un retweet fresco, perfecto. Si lo compartís, bueno, para que la gente pille los códigos. Recordad que los códigos, si no los canjeáis el primer día, a tomar por culo. Y son 300 protos y unos materiales que vienen bastante frescos. Entonces, pues eso, ¿vale? Aquí os paso el tweet que he puesto con los códigos y ahí lo tenéis. Y en YouTube también los puedo pasar, ¿por qué no? Ya que tengo el YouTube abierto por aquí, también lo paso. Por cierto, muchísimas gracias a todos por asistir al stream. Bueno, voy a despedirme del vídeo, ¿vale? Voy a despedirme del vídeo. Muchísimas gracias a todos por estar aquí conmigo en la previa de la 4.2. Unos días, tan solo unos días, para disfrutar de la versión. Literalmente 4 días, 5 días, ¿vale? Así que se viene Condumio prontito, prontito, prontito. Like si os ha gustado el vídeo, suscribiros para más y subiré pronto algún vídeo analizando tanto a Furina como a Charlotte como las cosas interesantes de esta versión, ¿vale? Algo de estilo resumen. Así que nada, like y nos vemos en el próximo vídeo. Sed felices. Peace.